We're going to be talking about your dental formula, and especially for the people who have misaligned teeth and jaws. What can you do to fix them? Now, according to the American Association of Orthodontics, about 50% of the world's population has misaligned teeth or disproportionate teeth, and so you'll have to fix it one way or the other. In this part of the world, there are a lot more people who grew up with that and they are not bothered. We see it as a regular thing, but gradually we're seeing that a lot more people are, investing in braces, investing in ways to fix their teeth so they can have that beautiful smile. Interestingly, in the 1970s, we're told that when braces first came, they were metal plates that were put on the teeth, and some form of advanced adhesive was used to fix them on so they can correct the teeth, up until we realized that maybe we could put some metal brackets together, and that's how we have the regular, braces that we have now. But have you ever worn them? Do you think you need them? There's sometimes that people smile or talking, we're like, you need braces. But what about yourself? Have you checked? Well, we'll have that conversation now with Dr. Ivan Doe to tell us what it means to wear braces. Good morning.
Good morning,
and he's a dentist, by the way. It's good to have you in the studios. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
Let's talk about braces and why anybody would need them in the first place.
Okay, all right. So generally, when we talk about oral health, it's a state in which the mouth or the tissues of the mouth are free from disease. So we are talking about the ability to speak, to smile, to chew, to taste, and to smell food.
Okay.
And this is a great marker for your general health or general well-being, which also affects your quality of life. So let's say you can't chew, you can't smell, you don't feel confident enough to smell. All these will affect your quality of life.
I see.
In one way or the other.
Okay.
And so basically you can break this down into two main parts. That's function and aesthetics. So aesthetics, looking at the appearance or the beauty, and function, the ability to chew, enjoy your meal, to swallow. And so basically you're looking at all this. And let me also say that braces is not for fashion. It seeks to correct a problem, taking into consideration the function and the aesthetics.
But then there are fashion ones, which are the veneers, right?
No, veneers
They
are not
for
braces.
fashion?
No.
Okay, all right. No, they're not braces at all.
Veneers are not
Okay,
braces.
we'll get into
Yeah.
that for people who don't understand, but carry on. Because I was asking why people would need it in the first place. So you're talking about what? Chewing, which is function.
Function, yes.
And then there's aesthetics. Okay,
that's
carry
the
on.
appearance. So generally when someone looks at themselves in the mirror, or you see your colleague, someone may have, let me say, crooked teeth. Someone may have teeth that are protruding.
Yeah.
There are many causes or many factors that will cause one to, wear braces, and I'll mention a few.
Before you do, protruding teeth, I thought that was natural because I'm told that everybody's, teeth protrudes, the upper side of your teeth.
Not necessarily. So what's the normal is that the upper front teeth, usually overlap the lower front teeth.
That's natural.
A little bit. Yeah, that's natural. Not a protrusion per se.
Okay.
It overlaps it a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were going to give us some.
Yes. So a few conditions that will cause one to have braces or will have to wear braces. So the most common one I'll talk about is what we call crowding.
Yeah.
Yes, crowding of the teeth. And usually this can be in the anterior or the posterior region of the mouth. So if it's the anterior, I call it anterior crowding, posterior crowding.
Okay.
And this usually...
But you can have both, right?
Yeah, you can have both.
Okay,
yeah.
Because I've seen people who have teeth, behind the regular...
Yeah.
That's called crowding.
Yeah, crowding.
Okay.
And this usually occurs when, let's say, you lose, let's say the milk teeth, the baby teeth. Either you lose it early or a bit late. So the space that should have accommodated the permanent tooth is taken up by the other teeth. So the teeth are sort of fighting for space in the jaw.
Okay.
So that leads to crowding. Then another condition is open bite. There are some people that when they bite down, when they put their teeth together, the front teeth do not meet. And usually this is as a result of thumb sucking from usually childhood.
It doesn't meet. So
yeah, the front teeth, the incisors do not come together.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that though.
Oh, really? It's quite
Maybe I haven't paid attention.
Yes.
Okay.
So the front teeth do not come together, and this makes it, difficult to bite into stuff, because you need your incisors to bite into food to be able to chew.
So you want to let it bite from the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So
now I get it.
Usually this happens when people suck their thumb from childhood. There are also people who tongue thrust, always pushing their tongue forward, and other people too who mouth breathe.
What's that?
Breathing through the mouth rather than the nose. That can also lead to...
That affects your dental formula?
Yeah, it can.
How?
A lot of factors. So there are small forces, from the lip, the tongue, the gums, everything. So all these forces acting on the teeth tend to change the position of the teeth as you are growing and as the jaw is developing.
Is it?
Yeah.
And you'll need to fix them.
You need to fix that.
And the only way to fix would be braces?
Yes, unfortunately.
For all of these conditions that you mentioned,
yeah.
braces?
Braces.
But
usually.
braces, I don't even know if it's very common now.
So right now, it's quite common.
Okay.
Yeah, in the past, let me say, it wasn't common here. But right now, it's common. In the past, people who had braces were even laughed at. Because it wasn't common.
Geeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they were laughed at. But these days, it's quite common. You see a lot of people with their braces. So people have accepted it. So that stigma or, laughing at people who have braces on is a thing of the past, let me see.
At what stage in your life do your teeth form completely?
So we have two sets of teeth.
Okay.
We have the milk teeth or the baby teeth, and we have the permanent teeth. So usually by average age of 2.5 years, all the milk teeth should have been in the mouth.
Okay.
And by 13 years, you have what we call a mixed dentition. So you have some of the adult teeth or the permanent teeth in the mouth together with some
milk teeth?
Milk teeth.
At 13?
From 12, 13, and from then onwards, you shed off the remaining milk teeth, and then you have the full,
I thought your teeth fall out around 7, 8. I mean, and that's when, so usually there are holes, and then that's when they get filled.
So there's a particular age, let me say an average age at which each baby tooth should fall out. Yes.
So then, because you have to wait for your dental formula to completely form.
Exactly.
Before you wear braces, right?
Yes. So
that brings me to my question. At what age, then, do you have to fix whatever problem is in your mouth?
All right. So first of all, you need all the baby teeth or the milk teeth to fall out first.
Okay.
You can't wear braces when you have baby teeth in there. So on the average, I would say about 13 years onwards. There are some people who have fast, dental development. So maybe around 12, 11 for some people. But on the average, let's say 13 years onwards. Yeah.
I think I've seen younger kids who wear braces.
Okay.
As young as maybe 7.
Okay.
Who are wearing braces. Is that wrong?
What you might have seen might not necessarily be braces. So there's something called an appliance, a dental appliance or an active appliance. And that is usually commonly worn by children. So that's to correct some of the dental anomalies. So like the protrusion of teeth. So there's an appliance that they wear. It's a removable appliance that they put on, usually to correct the issues with the front teeth. So it gradually moves the teeth back. Example, if you have protruding teeth, you gradually move the teeth back until...
This will not be your milk teeth by age 7, right? Because by then, your milk teeth would have been out.
Yes, exactly. For the incisors, yeah.
Okay. We're told it's very painful when you wear braces. So a lot of people shy away from it. How does it work? Tell us.
So, first of all, when you have braces on, or how the braces work, it works by applying forces on the teeth, controlled forces on the teeth to gradually move and position the teeth in its rightful, place.
Okay.
Yes, so initially when you have the braces on, what you feel is pressure from all the forces acting on the teeth. What you feel is pressure, which can, be perceived as some pain.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's anything excruciating. I haven't worn braces, but so far all the
you've
patients...
never worn?
No, all the patients...
And you're wearing braces for us.
All the patients that I know who wear braces, what they talk about is the pressure, not any form of pain that is so excruciating. Yeah. So the pressure is expected, and that should taper down in a course of about a week, and you'll be fine. Yes.
Okay. And how long should it take?
The whole braces treatment?
Yes.
Okay, so for braces treatment, you'd have the braces on for, let me say, between 18 to 24 months, about 2 years on the max. But there are some peculiar cases that, would go beyond the 2-year period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, you're talking about crowding where there's posterior teeth and then anterior teeth.
Yeah.
How does braces fix that? Or do you still have to pluck out some of the teeth to make way, for the repositioning of your teeth in your mouth?
Okay, so in realigning the teeth or repositioning the teeth, first of all, if the teeth are crowded, we need space to move the teeth into. So in the case of crowd, you need to create some space. And what we do sometimes, we do what we call interproximal reduction. So
Okay.
we shave a little bit on the sides of the teeth, of some of the teeth, to create some space to move the teeth. Other times too, we might have to take out some teeth, sacrifice some teeth like the premolars, to create the space to be able to move the teeth into those spaces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there are some cases too that they are spacing. People have gaps in their teeth. For that one, they already have the spaces, so we just move the teeth.
We just showed something where it looked like there was one tiny tooth on top of the other. I'm not sure if this is the one.
Yes.
But I mean, so for that one as well, would you take it off from the top?
So most likely that's a milk tooth.
Okay.
At the top with a developing permanent tooth behind it. So there are times that it happens like that, that when the permanent teeth is coming, the milk tooth is supposed to fall out for the permanent one to come in. But it's not always the case. Sometimes both the milk teeth remains there while the adult ones comes behind it. So in that case, we take out the milk tooth and then we fit the braces to move the teeth in. In a case like this, what we just saw, so the teeth are, you see the adult ones are coming up from the top, and the teeth are a bit crowded. So the braces can correct it. It will bring the adult ones, the one at the top, move it down, and then reposition and realign everything.
That would be a lot of work. This is what I was talking about earlier.
Exactly, okay.
Yeah, so for that one, you would find a way to what? Get rid of it?
No.
Or it will fall out by itself?
It's a permanent tooth. So in that picture, in that particular picture, that's a permanent tooth. So we move it into the arch, into the jaw.
Oh, you're able to do that?
Yes, we are supposed to move
with the help of the
jaw,
braces?
with the help of the braces.
And you're saying braces take, what, 2 years at least?
Yeah, between 18 to 24 months.
But do you have to come back for readjustment?
So once you have the braces on, you have review, or you visit your dentist for review every 6 weeks.
Oh, I see.
Where they make adjustments. So where the forces come from is from a wire, what we call an arch wire. So they change the arch wire and other stuff.
How do you, I mean, with regards, let's start with the do's and don'ts of wearing braces, because I've read a bit where they say don't chew gum, and I can imagine what will happen if you should chew gum. But what are some of the things you should avoid when you're wearing braces, and how do you take care of your braces in the process?
All right. So first of all, you need to avoid certain foods. So certain foods like popcorn.
You cannot eat popcorn when you wear braces?
No, it's not advisable to, because of it's crunchy and the kernel.
Thank God I have no more braces then.
The kernel, the issues with the kernel,
it's true, it can get
which can get stuck in between the brackets and the wires, and also knock off some of the brackets.
Oh, it can?
Yes, it can. You're also to avoid hard foods.
Okay.
Like bone.
Huh?
Yes, bone. Chewing bone. Crunchy, chips, very crunchy chips.
Oh, you cannot have those. You cannot have nuts as well, right?
Nuts, no, you can't.
You are depriving me of my favorite meals because I want to fix my teeth.
For better results, you would have to avoid these foods.
You have to avoid nuts.
Yes.
And everything that's hard.
Hard stuff.
Like very hard.
Very hard.
So that means that even if you want to eat hard stuff, you have to break them into tiny bits?
Yes, that would work.
Okay. Hey. Okay. And for those braces, because they're permanent, semi-permanent, right? Yeah. So you have to brush your teeth along with the braces.
Yes. So
that's difficult.
You need to maintain a very, very good oral hygiene once you have braces on.
Yeah.
And you need a soft bristle toothbrush to be able to clean the braces very well. Once the bristles are hard, it's going to damage the wires and the brackets.
But if it's not hard, how do you clean your teeth as well? Because you have to...
Well, it's not about the hardness of the toothbrush.
Okay.
It's more about the technique and how thorough you brush. Then you also need to floss in between the teeth.
When you're wearing braces?
When you're wearing braces,
Will
yes.
it not get
It's a bit difficult,
yeah.
but you need to take your time and try. Look in the mirror. Take your time.
What's that person doing?
So these are this is what we call an interdental brush. It's a special brush.
Oh, okay. So it's
so
the
you can
dentist
get
that
these
uses
brushes.
it?
No, the dentist can use it. The patient can also get it to use to clean very well. You see the way they are cleaning behind the brackets and around the teeth.
It looks painful.
No, this is not painful.
But that's a lot of work. So you do that before you do this? Before you brush your teeth?
Yes. You can do that before brushing.
In this Ghana?
In this Ghana. When you are brushing, you take your time. See how gentle they are brushing in a circular motion to get rid of all the food particles in there.
And this is how you brush?
Exactly.
In circular motions?
In a circular motion, yeah.
So those of us who brush up and down, that's wrong?
It's not wrong per se, but once you have the braces on, the force is going to might knock off the brackets. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. So there are people who have gap tooth.
Yeah.
Do braces also fix gap tooth?
Braces does fix gap tooth.
Giovanni, good morning. Okay. Can I please pay for treatments for you?
Sure, why not?
No, but a gap tooth is not bad.
Well, there are some people who see it as a sign of beauty.
Yeah.
And they want it. There are some people who even visit the dentist to tell you that I want a gap in my tooth.
Oh, you can create a gap. How?
Well, you can, but let's not go there.
Oh, you can, if you want a gap.
Yeah.
But it won't be natural, that's the thing.
Yeah, it won't be natural.
Yeah. But are they expensive, braces?
So braces, let me say, it's not cheap.
Cheap is relative, though.
Yes,
so
cheap is relative.
So how much would I need to get braces?
Well, it varies from, different facility to facility.
Okay.
So if I'm to give you a figure, let me say, it might not help. It would be good to visit the dentist.
Oh, I mean, let's estimate so that for people who are watching, if they want braces.
Estimate, let's say about, on the average, 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Pardon moi? You need 10,000 at least.
Yes.
But it varies.
It varies.
My producer says that's a plot of land. Where? In Accra here, let's buy land for 10,000. Where? But I mean, there's nothing better than having a beautiful smile.
Exactly.
Like,
Also,
so you never know. Maybe you might have to invest a bit in that. But it doesn't end there when you wear braces after the 2 years. Because I was just telling you that I had a mate in school who had some false teeth or whatever. I mean, she had her original teeth, but it was something that she would wear. And every morning when we have just about 10-15 minutes to shower, she's always late because she now has to take it out, take her time and brush it before she brushes her actual teeth. And then she wears it back on. What's that?
So that's most likely the retainer.
What is that?
So after you're completing your braces treatment, the teeth were in a certain position before the orthodontist or the dentist moved them to where they are now. So you need something to keep them in that position.
Otherwise they'll go back to the original?
Yes, exactly.
So you're never really free from, your protruding teeth and all that?
Not really. So that's when the retainers become necessary. You need to keep retain the position of the teeth. So
for life?
By wearing for life. So there are two types of retainers. We have fixed retainers, and we have the removable retainer like your friend had.
Okay.
So the fixed retainer, usually it's in the form of a thin wire, which is placed behind the teeth, usually the front teeth
I've
behind,
seen that.
in a position that will not affect your function, let's say chewing.
Oh, so those
and
are
it's
retainers?
not visible, yeah.
Okay.
So you can have both retainers. It's good to have both, actually.
The removable and the...
And then the fixed one.
Why
Because
do you
if
need to
one
have both?
fails,
Okay.
if one should fail, the other is there to keep it in check. And you still have to visit your dentist every 6 months for checkup, make sure everything is intact.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the fashion side of things, because you were talking about the aesthetics.
Okay.
But you're saying veneers are not
So veneers are not braces, no.
What are they?
So veneers are, let me say, prostheses to enhance aesthetics. Usually it's like a thin film or a thin mask on the surface of the teeth.
Okay.
Usually they are made of porcelain. So, it helps to correct certain, defects like stains on the teeth and all that. Yeah. And to some extent may help to close some gaps.
Oh, so it does work as braces sometimes?
No. Braces,
if you say
with braces, you are moving the teeth.
Okay.
Braces, that means moving the teeth. Yes, but veneers is just like, for aesthetic, a prosthesis.
Oh, it doesn't work on the teeth while you wear it, though?
No, it doesn't.
It just
the
gives
teeth
you
will
that
stay
false...
in the same position in a way. Yeah.
So if you want to fix the problem, you don't have to go for veneers then?
Not veneers.
Veneers
no.
is just for beautification.
For beautification.
So for those of you who are
Aesthetics.
watching, maybe you should consider that. So we're also told that our bones form in our formative years. And so maybe when you're like 40 years or something, sometimes it takes a longer time for if you get injured, for your bones to get back to normal, if they ever would.
Yeah.
So if you're 40, is it advisable to now go in for braces?
Okay,
Would
so
it
let me
fix
see.
anything?
There is no age limit for wearing braces.
Okay.
However, there are two factors that or requirements that you need to make. Number one, you don't need the milk teeth in there. Number two, you need healthy jaw bones and teeth.
Okay.
And like you rightly said, yes, in your older age, you know, the way the jaw responds to the treatment is a bit slower compared to a teen or a young adult. Yes, that's true, but there's no age limit to having braces.
I see.
Once you have good oral hygiene, your jawbone is good, you are good.
Okay, you are good. Thank you so much.
So before...
Final words, yeah.
Yeah, before we go, there's also... So what we've discussed so far or looked at is the traditional braces. There's also the new type, what we call the aligners, or the clear braces.
The clear braces?
Yeah, the aligners. So this is made of a clear thermoplastic material, which is designed or fabricated to fit over the teeth and cause the change gradually.
Okay.
Yeah,
so it looks like your teeth?
Not necessarily. It's clear. So it looks like the sports guard that the sportsmen wear. Fits over the teeth.
Ah.
Yeah. Kind of like a night guard.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so usually before you do that, you scan the teeth, take an impression of the teeth, and it's made. So you have a number of them that you wear, you fit. You wear it for about 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks you change it. So it gradually, corrects the arrangement of the teeth.
Final question though before we go. Harriet, forgive me. So I have what I call vampire teeth.
Yeah.
There's this one that sticks in the corner.
Okay.
I'm never going to fix it though because I feel like it's just a very unique something. But there are some people who want to get rid of that when they have it. How is that fixed?
So this is what we call a peg-shaped tooth.
Oh, it's pegged. Okay, I call it vampire teeth. Okay.
And it can be fixed not with braces. There are a number of ways to fix it. One of which is, let's say, direct composite bonding. So composite is a tooth-colored filling material that we can use to, bond it to the tooth and shape it to what it's supposed to look like.
Okay.
And then
so it's like you fill it with extra...
Yeah, tooth-colored material.
I see.
Yeah. And then there's also what we call a crown. So the crown is basically like a cap, looks just like the tooth, that fits over the tooth on the,
I see.
So those are the ways to correct it.
Johnny wanted to find out something. I just wasn't getting the question. But Dr. Ivan Dodd is a dentist, and he just spoke to us on the need to get braces. And so check your teeth. He's talked about certain conditions that require, braces. So check and see if you may find yourself in that position, then maybe you'll need to go get braces. It's not cheap, but it is worth it. And so don't look at the amounts that you are spending, because if you look at that, Charlie, you might run away. But look at the end results of it, and maybe some years to come, you'll have a very confident and beautiful smile. Thank you so much for speaking to us.